your previous bands called?
The Illumination, from Atlantis, but now we're in American Wolves.
How about you?
The last band I was in was Bailey's Window back in like 2009, I think.
And what other bands were you in?
I think maybe in 2007 I was in a band called Here Lie My Burdens. I played with Richie Nuz at the Staples Center in LA not too long ago. But yeah, this is pretty much like my first real band. You know, this was our first show and pretty much my first real band in years. So.
And how about first drum set you got, current drum set you have, first song you learned on drums?
The first drum set I got was actually a first act drum kit that you get like at Walmart. It was a red one. And I got that when I was in 6th grade. I played on that. That's when I first thought I broke my arm on Christmas Day, and I had to learn how to play drums with one hand with a cast on. The first song I learned was by Lenny Kravitz. It was, I forget what the song is, but it's a good one by Lenny Kravitz with a nice drum beat to it. And some Blink-182, of course.
Current drum set you have?
What?
Current drum set you have?
I have a couple different kits. I play on currently I have a Pacific FS Series by DW, and I have a Gretsch Energy kit that I played on here. And these are just some of the kits that I have around. I'm currently working on getting some endorsements and sponsorships, so we'll see how that goes, and it's subject to change here in the near future.
And a lot of legends died. How'd you feel when Dimebag Darrell, David Bokie, Mitch Luker, Guitarist the Slayer, James Dio, The Rev, Justin After the Burial, Griffin and Ice the Abyss, Tyson Stevens, Wayne Static, the drummers of the Ramones, the drummers of Twisted Sister, the guys of the Ramones, lead singer Drowning Pool, Kurt Cobain, David Bowie, Casey Hawthorne Heights, drummer Teenage Bottle Rocket, lead singer Motorhead, lead singer AC/DC, lead singer Alice in Chains, Paul Gray, Slipknot, Chia Deftones, and Chris Murphy at Bad Beat Revival. How'd you feel those guys died?
You want me to give you your thoughts on each individual person?
Just in a whole.
Just play. Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. There's so many people. It seems like every other month you hear of somebody that an icon that passes away. You know what I mean? And it's like some people like the Rev. I had a huge attachment to because I grew up playing Avenged Sevenfold. So when you hear the Rev die, it's like, oh my gosh, like a little piece of you is missing. Same thing with Griffin from Night to the Abyss. Like we recorded with him, and he's local, and so it's like there's like a close connection there. Some of the other people, like it's tragic, you know, to hear that. But some of the other people I didn't have a strong connection with. But I mean, it's a very humbling thing when you hear icons that make huge differences in the world when they pass away. It really makes you consider how precious it is to be alive, you know?
And how about worst weather condition you guys played in and had to load up gear in?
Actually, man, this is our first show, so it was prime. You're gonna have to ask me that question in the future because so far our first show has been beautiful weather here in Phoenix.
How about first show you stage dived at and crowd surfed at?
Ooh, that was probably a day to remember at Warped Tour, or no, August Burns Red at Warped Tour, probably back in like 2009.
How about first CD you got and first live show you went to?
First CD I got, that's so hard to remember. I know I had the Backstreet Boys Millennium album way back in the day. That was one of the first ones. I don't know exactly which one the first one was. What was the other question?
First live show.
First live show. Ooh, that's hard. That might have been, it might have been Korn, or it might have been Escape the Fate and like I Am Ghost back in the day. Or, that's hard. I was young when I was starting to go to shows and I have a terrible memory. So
how about your rarest piece of memorabilia?
What?
Rarest piece of memorabilia.
That I own?
Yeah.
That's a good question. For me, I think I did have a couple of drum heads signed by the drummer for Queensryche. I don't have a lot of memorabilia right now though, but I do have like tour laminates from other tours that I've been on with friends, like, you know, Pharaoh My Love, and those were great memories, man. It was like so good being on tour with them, so I keep the tour laminates in remembrance of like everything we've gone through and all the fun we had, so that's pretty special to me.
So before this, you also drummed with Pharaoh My Love for a while, didn't you?
I didn't drum for them. I did drum teching and I did merch and I drove. We went on a couple tours with Blood on the Dance Floor, Alisana, Get Scared. So we've done multiple tours with them, yeah.
And how do you feel when people say just because the lead singer or one of the main band members was replaced, that the band ain't the same no more?
That's a load of crap. I know firsthand that Pharaoh My Love is coming back right now, and it's sick, so you better be ready for the comeback, because, you know, bands can change singers, but like, they're dedicated, they're passionate, they're genuine, and they're focused, and they're making some really good changes. They're working hard, they're genuine dudes. People can change singers, but they have the heart that it takes to keep going. So check out Pharaoh My Love. They're releasing some new singles and music videos here in July. Got a new album that's killer. I got a first-hand look at it. So it's really good, man. Really good stuff.
What band should be in the Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame. Oh man, who's not in the Hall of Fame right now? Let's see. Let's see. Who do I think should be in the Hall of Fame? That's so hard to say. It's so hard to say. There's a lot of young bands that are doing it good right now, but I don't know if they're Hall of Fame worthy, but I think everybody there is doing a good job. I'd have to put some serious thought into that.
If you could be a superhero, what would your name be and what would your origin be?
My orgy?
Yeah, like the story of the superhero.
The origin.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's my superhero name? Douglas Tippy Toes, and I have extra long tippy toes that reaches me sky high, so I can see everything everywhere, kind of like a skyscraper. And the origin was, one day I was walking through Phoenix, Arizona, went into a sand hole, and sucked down into the sand hole, thought I was gonna die. Little did I know, there was a gnome underneath the sand hole, and he frickin' touched my toes with his nose, gave me super toe powers. Now I'm Douglas Tippy Toes, sky high.
If you had a mascot for your band, what would it be?
A mascot for our band? I think our mascot for our band is our fans, dude. It's the Wolf Pack. That's our mascot.
And do you know sheet music, or do you play by ear or play by pattern?
I do all. I don't. I have some schooling, like I learned how to read sheet music in high school on the marching band and jazz band, and studied with some instructors doing it, but I'm not very proficient in it. My main thing is I learn by ear, and I learn by repetition, muscle memory, just going through it a bunch of times.
And what would you rather have, a bakery, a movie theater, a haunted house, graveyard, church, arcade, or country?
Say it one more time.
A bakery, movie theater, haunted house, graveyard, church, arcade, or country?
Church.
And how was your first haunted house experience, and where was it at?
Well, actually, I think the first real haunted house experience was in Massachusetts, like in the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts. That's where we recorded our first music video, Part of Me, that we just released a few weeks ago, is in a haunted barn. And it was a little bit creepy, to be honest with you, but yeah, that was probably my first experience.
And what would you rather be, a ninja, kung fu master, samurai, or silent assassin?
Probably the Kung Fu Master. Kung Fu Master for sure.
And where would you rather play, strip club, mall, or underground?
Underground.
Where would you rather play, space station, hell, heaven, into the world, or underwater?
Ooh, space station sounds sick, but I don't think anything could beat heaven.
Best song to karaoke to?
Best song to karaoke to, Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Where would you rather go, Mars, the moon, or another planet?
Another planet for sure, Kepler 22b.
And who would you bring back for the dead, and who would you visit from any time period?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me think. Who's dead right now? Who's dead? There's a lot of people that are dead. Abe Lincoln. I'd bring back Abe Lincoln.
And if you were a cover band, who would you cover and what song would you make?
If I was a cover band, I would probably cover Blink-182 would be sick.
And what famous person would you want to go with on a date?
Like a girl or a guy?
A girl.
Oh, shoot. Haley Williams from Paramore.
And what would you rather do? Swim with the shark, swim with the whale, fly an eagle, ride on a Bigfoot's back, or ride on a unicorn?
Fly with an eagle.
What weapons would you use in the alien or zombie apocalypse?
Probably a P90.
What Greek god would you be?
I don't know the names of them, but like maybe like the one that's like the sun god, you know?
First comic you got and first book you got?
I don't have any comics, but the first book I got was it was A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle.
And what would you rather have, a time machine, teleportation device, or a holodeck?
Time machine.
Do you think time is all at once or it happens on different days?
Time is irrelevant, it's an illusion.
And how about your favorite Halloween costume you dressed up as?
What did I dress up as? I don't freaking remember. I don't remember what the heck. I was just like random things.
What song describes you as a person?
Oh, that's deep questions, dude. Deep questions.
Take your choice when you're done.
Okay. A song that wraps me up as a person. I would say Kings and Queens by 30 Seconds to Mars.
Do you have a lucky charm?
No, I don't have a lucky charm. My lucky charm is Jesus.
What would you rather be, alien or predator?
Alien.
What other languages do you know?
Nonsense.
What would you rather be, a pharaoh, a king, or a god?
I suppose a king would be pretty sick.
What would you rather do, bungee jump, skydive, or base jump?
Skydive for sure.
What famous band would you tour manage?
Would I tour manage?
Yeah.
If I was a good tour manager, I would love to tour manage 30 Seconds to Mars.
What sports team would you own?
What? Sports stadium?
Sports team.
Oh, sports team? Probably the Seattle Seahawks football team or the Arizona the Coyotes.
First toy you got in favorite childhood memory?
First toy I got?
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, my drum set. Favorite childhood memory? Just being with my family, dude. Playing drums, going to amusement parks with my family, you know what I mean? Childhood innocence.
Who would you rather be real, Godzilla or King Kong?
Who would I rather be?
Who would you rather be real, Godzilla or King Kong?
King Kong. I think he has a little bit more sympathy. Godzilla is just merciless. You know what I mean? He's gonna kill everybody, you know what I'm saying?
And what's your guys' music about so far?
It's genuine, man. It's just about life. It's just us. We're not writing about fake stuff. It's about real life issues. We're trying to encourage people. We're trying to be a light in the world. We're trying to inspire people and encourage them and build them up. So part of me is about fighting and fighting for hope and fighting for who you are and standing up. Hold on, it's holding on to like where you are in life. You know what I mean? Like you're enjoying the moment, seize the moment, be present now. Invisible talks about all the people that aren't seen in the world, that don't understand. They feel like they're invisible, but they really are seen. We see them. Of course, Mr. Brightside, and then we have Out of Our Minds. It's just a fun song about being young and being crazy and being in love. You know what I mean? It's just real stuff, positive stuff. There's no negativity in it. It's stuff that people can connect with.
Hey, well, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Your name?
Tyler Blinn, American Wolves drummer.